Alright guys, new episode, the 14th of October today. Today's been actually a pretty rough day, not gonna lie. After taking that pretty bad loss this morning, I didn't get straight into my routine. I went back to bed feeling sorry for myself, but I had just overtraded so much and put so much leverage on. My day was cooked, I actually didn't really eat much today at all, and I think it's just realizing how much losing affects me. But to be fair, in the past I would have gone on tilt mode and tried to get it back and spend money that I don't have available for trading and have a bit of a bigger spiral. So I'm grateful to God that it hasn't progressed into what it usually does. What I'm seeing today, we are down negative 1.1% on NASDAQ. We did have this target for previous week value area highs, which we did go and tap. New York PM just hasn't really been giving me much at the moment. Yesterday was a bank holiday, so I probably shouldn't use that data. Okay, has given us some decent runs in the past. I think based on everything that we're seeing here, we're now at point of control. Just looking to see whether we actually push past this or whether we want to push back in for a short. The only thing that's preventing me from getting in short right now is the fact that we've had a lot of volume come out of this candle and we've respected this BISI for the time being. Does look like we want to try and close above. Watching ES for a bit more confidence, it looks like we're trying to pop up from here. A lot for us to retrace, especially if you want to try and make all-time highs. But for now, we're still holding this 3-minute CB. Let me check the M3 on ES. We are just above on ES here. I think the play for now is a run to the downside. Let me add this back. And really, we're just going for one micro for the time being now. The target's still 300. We're gonna have to get back the day that we lost this morning, which is a little bit frustrating, but it's all part of it. It does look like we're popping up, so let's wait and see how we go. It looks like we're struggling to get up from this spot here. Just gonna wait for the last minute and 30. Just trying to learn from yesterday. Obviously sizing right down, sticking to the higher time frames, and trying to be a bit more reactive. I think I was letting players run for a lot longer than they needed to, which definitely wasn't ideal. It looks like we're trying to come back down here. I'm going to take myself out and flip short here. Just because the overall momentum is still bearish on the day, we are at point of control now. So we will just wait and see. If we get a closure below this, we'll look to add in to have 2 micros running. But I did want to go short beforehand anyway. I think I was just scared from yesterday, really. Well, this morning. Okay, so ES looks like it's trying to pop back up. So just adjusted stops to the top of this high here. And just watching the M3, I was watching the small time frames for a bit. So for now, as long as we don't take this high, I'm still going to be looking for shorts here. M5, still resting our point of control here. So just wait and see. Okay, we're already pushing pretty low now. ES is definitely lagging behind. So just being mindful which asset actually looks the strongest. ES isn't down as much today. Actually looks like it wants to pop back up a little bit. So just got to be mindful. MNQ is similar here too. I'll look to move stops to break even, especially at this busy spot. ES does look like it wants to keep climbing. Just really trying to manage the risk a lot better than what we did this morning. I think I just got a bit too gung-ho. I was excited. Payouts, more accounts, let's just rush it. So yeah, all we can do is learn, be better. So let's wait and see. It's not over yet. Here's that meltdown we were talking about. ES looking to invert this. Point of control, again, being that really nice spot. Looking at an M1 here. Probably not the best spot for my stop here. Just keep to the M3. Higher time frame always is king. Watching this M5. See if buyers want to buy all this back up. Watch the M2 here. I love using the M2. Held here, but let's see. We're overall in a very steep downtrend, so I'm not trying to fight that momentum just yet. This has bounced back almost immediately, and it looks like MNQ is about to as well. So I'm just trying to be a little bit cautious here. I've never really seen these two assets move completely opposite before, but it could be a first time. NQ just came down really quickly. It'd be interesting to see this. If we do explode up, then we have a bit more confidence to add a bit more size. We've already tapped into here, we should leave all of this and push quite high. The green lighted going with a bit more size right off the bat. But let's see if we hold. Even though it looks very bullish, we haven't really pushed very high. We've had 1, 2, 3, this is all 15 minutes. 20 if you include this candle, where we've been trying to push but we haven't really made anywhere. Whereas MAQ has seen a want to push lower. This is interesting, we tapped this CB on this M2, we're coming down ahead of the 9:30 open. Just looking at our key levels, we've got yesterday's value area lows. Let me update all of this as well. This level in here, previous day point of control resting right here, and previous day value area highs. We can see that we're pushing low. We're going to add another position here. 4 is going to be our stop, still at this high. I like the fact we've already gone up into here, and now we're starting to push. So we're going to look to take one position off here, and then the second position at yesterday's value area low, so 479, right about this spot. We could definitely still spill lower. I think these targets down in here, even though we have already tapped these with the speed we did, the volume for this day, going back, the only one that contests, like no contest really in terms of volume. We had this day back in August of this year, then we had the big dip back to the upside. Crazy volume on that candle. We're seeing that much volume back in here again. So I think we're going to be bearish on these assets for quite a while. Honestly, my personal opinion. Been waiting for this for a while. We've been speaking about this. So let's wait and see here. Still pushing lower. We've tapped into this pocket right here. We've wicked these lows. Looks like we're pushing up, but what I want to see is we reached around this sort of 50, 60 profit mark. If after this attempt up, we push back down to those levels, that's when I'm going to add the third position. I'm hopefully looking to take out majority here and then leave the last one for a bit of a run up. If we can hit that sort of 60 mark, pushing these lows, I don't think there's enough juice to the upside. I think sellers are going to overrun, especially come open time. Let's go lower. Point of control still holding here quite nicely. That's my main reason for thinking this will shift to a time frame that we're not looking at. Even though we did have a lot of volume leave on this candle here, we just haven't really made a push from that. The fact that we're back down in here gives me reason to think we're still going to keep on spilling. Okay, so we had a crazy push up here. We've got a 1 minute CB. We've also got the moving average right here. We just bounced straight off that. So rather than waiting till we're down here to add into our position, I have just added our third position. Stops still going to be at this high. And so now we've got hopefully a runner if we can get all the way down to these levels here. But yeah, once I saw that reaction, as soon as we were grinding and then quickly started selling off, that's the reason that I added third position. This is like the last line of defense. We could get all the way down here, but if we're getting to these BCs, I do think being so close, we'll run, take these equal lows, and go from there. So let's wait and see. A bit of resistance right now at this BC level, but expecting for us to just punch straight through. Watching the numbers here, to be honest, because that's really gonna show us before the actual chart will. Yeah, buyers really trying to hold it. See what point of control is. 656. In case we want to go tap point of control. I've seen this happen a few times now. There is a 3 minute CB in here too. Small. There's the 3 minute CB. We had that 1 minute tap, and then looks like we're trying to push straight above it again. Tapped into this 30-second CB. Oh, buyers really want to push this higher. See if it's got the juice. Shift our stops, because we're already at 100 at these highs right now at a loss. So looking at 125 for our max loss here, but let's see if sellers can continue to push this back down. Alright, we got open right here, huge spill to the downside, but let's see if this actually holds or whether it gets eaten back up. Big flood to the downside here. Oh my days. That's crazy. Alright, let's see if we can get down to the hit our 300 target and just call it a day. I guess we'll stick to the 1 for now. Gonna move our stops to this high here. I think if we can break these lows, we should be okay. This is what we're aiming for here. Yes, really struggling to get down here too. Trying to see if point of control has shifted at all. No, point of control is still remaining at the same spot here. Just really struggling to get low. First presented fair value gap here. Punched into the CB. Looks like it's still pushing to the downside. Still is a tiny little CB in here. Could be going for, but I just want to see this thing collapse, man. If we can take this low, we'll move stops to break it. It should be okay if that is the case, but can never be too sure, man. Can never be too sure. Pushing for these lows. Again, I think we just take this break even. We do have a fair bit of size considering stops and target for the day. Still technically haven't taken it yet, but this is looking promising. Alright, there's the push. Kind of last resort here. Just going to be adjusting as we're moving now. I think we should be green lighted to just dump here. Okay, one account stopped, second account done. Whew. Man, a bit stressful trading at the open, not gonna lie, but yeah, really nice trade there. Again, only needing 3 micros this time. I don't know why I was rushing for 7 and trading minis. But man, I don't even know what this morning was. I think I was honestly just way too giddy. But yeah, nice. Decent trade. I really like that we started with the 1 micro as well, just to get a feel of what the market was doing. As soon as we saw on the M3 that we weren't getting that push up that we wanted to see at this point, we had this first 3-minute candle closure, took it short, and point of control using our confluence here as well. So I think we aim for these lows, previous day value area lows, try and fill in this gap that we created yesterday. Whether we bounce from that gap or continue melting, who knows. Really nice trade. I love trading at 9:30 because you're just in and out, especially with this target that we're looking for. Done for the night/day. Don't need to wake up at 4 tomorrow, because I think that kind of kills it as well. I'm trying to see whether there is merit to like waking up at 5, like trading 3 p.m. or even 6, trading 4 a.m. New York time, just for that last little window before closure occurs. But I think markets stop at 4:15 for funded next, so it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. It's just super hard to trade in Australia, man. I can trade this time, but I know I'm probably going to cook my sleep, and the next day could be a complete write-off. Vice versa, if I wake up too early like I did today, I wake up at 3:30 to do my prep and be ready by 4. The trade obviously didn't go too well, but even if it did, I've still got an hour and a half, 2 hours of limbo before my day officially starts. The timing just sucks. That's why I really want to move, ideally to America or South America. But I think my trading will just level up. I can have an actual consistent routine. But hey, can't complain. God's helping us make the most of what we have right now. Even with the $270 loss, we're now up $30 or something, 38 bucks. So yeah, I need to get out of my head that losing is just like crazy bad thing. Like I've been actually losing a lot lately. My dog passed away. He's one of my best friends. Having some family issues between me and my wife. I lost my job. I didn't lose it, I did quit, but for family reasons. So much has been happening in terms of loss, and I think God's just letting me use this as a lesson that like, stop being so scared of losing. Stop being so scared of not being perfect. Excellence still has losses involved. So yeah, thanks for joining us for another episode. This thing is absolutely melting as we had pre-planned. Took out those lows and looking for previous day value area lows right now as well. So really nice. Using volume profile like this does work so well. I don't have to stress about ICT, like fib retracements and all of this stuff. But yeah, really encourage you to check out volume profiles. My consistency and win rate has been unreal since implementing it, so thank God for that. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you on the next episode. God bless. Peace.